Hello friends and welcome back to Enterprise Architecture. Now last time we started playing Feed the Factory, which is a Minecraft mod pack that is trying to be something like Factorio for Minecraft. It's really neat. You get drills to dig up resources rather than manually mining them. I really like it so far and I thought we'd keep playing. Now, last time we started with some of our initial unlocks for the very basic stuff. And so far we've been really relying on immersive engineering for a lot of what we have been doing. So the kiln and the coke oven, all of this sort of stuff. Now, moving into the next tier, we start having to do research. Now, again, if you've played Factorio, this is going to seem really familiar. If you played Satisfactory, it probably will also seem familiar. So you need these colored research packs to unlock things. So for the first set of things that we are interested in unlocking today, we're really aiming for getting some of the auto crafting in place. So we only need logistics research to get that. So the green packs, the easiest ones to make. We might also work on some transfer packs to get some power transfer moved around and some additional power generation setup, as well as maybe some better conveyor belts, mine carts, all of that sort of stuff. So we can start automating large logistics. Ideally, by the end of this episode, we can get some very basic item automation going, and so that we don't have to keep running back and forth between our drills to unload them all of the time. So that's the plan. Let's see how far we get. Okay, so the first thing we need to do to start our automation is start making a bunch more of our logistics research. We need at least 8 to be able to do the auto workbench. All of these are going to start requiring red, and we haven't even locked red research yet. I think that we do that at another point over here. I also want to make sure that we're getting steel, because we need to get steel for a lot of other things that we're going to make. So we're starting to move down this chain right here. So that's the direction we're generally heading for auto crafting. All right, so to unlock red research, we need coils for LV cables and power from immersive engineering. So those copper coils that you make, which means we need to start down this chain. So we at least need 8 logistics research to get that going. I think that's all we need to be able to unlock red. But that also means that for mine carts we want, that's another 8 here because we want to go down that chain, and then the auto workbench as well is another 8. So at least 24 of those researches. Now, we had started doing research last time, so it's relatively easy to make these. We just use our burner researcher we've already made, and we need conveyor belts and iron plates, and that gives us a 1-to-1 here, or 1 and 1 and 1 to 1. So I need to make 24 conveyor belts, 24 iron plates, and then we'll get 24 logistics research. So thankfully, we've been digging up a lot of ingredients here, and we do need to start automating more of this. I would really love to be able to have a faster supply of our items, but for right now, we're just gonna stick these ingredients in here and hope for the best. So do that there, and then I'm gonna need to go get some more coal. Now, the end of last episode, I had built a crude blast furnace and started to cook down our iron into steel. So we have made some progress there. So we can go ahead and break down our steel and unlock that first little quest here, which is right here. And that gives us blast bricks for another blast furnace. Let's see here. Apparently we can also make a steel axe. So some of these quests are just flavor text. It's just telling the story. So I like that little addition there. Oh, but I didn't notice that all of this is over here. So to make these, we haven't unlocked that. So I assume all of this is going to expand here. We might, no, we can't do mechanics research yet because we don't have all of this stuff, but we will get there momentarily. Oh, and power. Okay. And you need to research power separately. What do we need for that? Oh, and we can do that pretty easily. We just need 16 for that. So maybe instead of 24, we actually want plus 16, so 40? Okay, so let's go ahead and get started on some of these ingredients. So a whole bunch of copper gears. You know what? Let's do more copper gears than that. I know we're going to use them. Okay, 16 is a good starting point. We use those to make a whole bunch of conveyor belts. 44, more than enough. And then now we just need to wait for our iron to cook down so that we can turn that into iron plates with our engineer's hammer. Now, we are full up here again on our fluid. So we need some fluid conduits sooner rather than later. Right now, I'm just manually pulling all of this creosote oil out a little at a time, and it takes forever. So yeah, we need to get some automation soon. Also, I think that tank is almost just about full, so. All right, so we've got some iron ingots now. Where did our engineer's hammer go? No, that's our iron hammer. Ah, there's our engineer's hammer. So we're going to do 16 of those. And along with our conveyor belts and our coal, we should be able to make a pretty good dent in our manufacturing. So let's do 16 here. 16 here, and then we're just gonna have it. I think that's got enough coal already that we don't need to do anything. Oh yeah, there we go. So that's just gonna start outputting stuff. And I think maybe it'll auto output if we put a chest in front of it. That'd be a fun thing to do. Let's see if we can't do that. Yeah, it doesn't look like it auto outputs, so that's kind of a waste of time. Be nice. It's called a tiny item output, so I would love it if it did, but maybe the burner ones just can't do that. Okay, so we have a big stack of iron here. Let's go ahead and smoosh it. No, not the iron hammer. I'm going to keep making that mistake over and over. There. Okay, 24 plates. And now we just bring this back to our burner researcher and complete the process. We had 24 there. We add, let's see, only 24 here. Still have plenty of coal, but we'll top it up. And this will keep doing its thing. Hi friends, just a quick PSA. Now, although we're playing on peaceful, working with electricity is never peaceful. You always want to be extra prepared and safe whenever you're working with electricity. And one way to make sure that you are safe when working with electricity is to make sure that you have a bed at your spawn point so that you will respawn nearby and not miles and miles away. So shear some sheep and make sure that you have made a bed. That's what we're going to do right now. Okay, we've got our sheep wool in hand here, so let's make some planks, lay that down. Got a lot of extra wool. I know we're going to be using it for other stuff, and there is our bed. So let's go ahead and put our bed down. Let's put it right back here. And it's not letting us sleep during the day, but as soon as it gets a little dark, we're going to go ahead and make that our spawn point. So we should be safe. So we started to collect up our resources. I'm realizing I'm going to run out of storage space real quick here. So what we need to do is make a bunch of storage drawers. So let's go ahead and make ourselves a whole bunch of chests. And now we just turn these into storage drawers. And for that, we need a lot more wood. Is that enough? I never can quite get the counts right. I need to unlock that special calculator for crafting that lets you know whether or not you have enough items. And there we go. 6 basic drawers. I think that'll be enough to start. So we're going to go ahead and start setting up our storage drawer wall, and we'll do that over here. I think we'll do that over here, just so it's close by everything, not ridiculously far away. Although we do want to make sure that those are all faced in the right direction. Just like that. Okay, there's our storage drawers. So let's start by filling it with all of the coal that we have laying around, like so. Next, we're going to go for copper. There we go. Gonna need our iron. Just like that. And now our secondary resources from down here by the lake, which should include diamonds and redstone. So let's just grab up everything that we've got there. Although our redstone production is still very low, we're going to have to come up with a new place to mine that so that we can get a lot more faster. But we'll go ahead and top these up. Diamonds, we don't really have enough of to justify putting into its own storage. Similarly, cobblestone, we don't really have enough cobblestone yet. Need to find out if there's a way to mine cobblestone. So far, I've been doing it all by hand. And then let's check on you. Got plenty of coal. 27 logistics. Okay, let's pull those out and start unlocking a few things here. Oh, and you know what else we can do? Set our spawn point. What do we want to start unlocking first? Let's see here. Power is going to be important. Oh, and power is going to be a prerequisite for power transfer. Let's see here. So let's do this first. Submit. Okay. And from there, I think we can do copper and whatnot. We can't do these yet. Can't do those yet. So we're stuck on that. Processing. We should be able to unlock this. So let's submit. Great. We can't do the assembler yet, and we can't do the sequential fabricator yet. All right. Ore processing, we've already started here. Smithing, direct conversion of ores and dust into ingots. Interesting. Okay, well, this doesn't require anything, so I'm not sure what else we're supposed to do. External heater. Oh, that's wonderful. So we can use an electric heater for all of our furnaces. Dust. Get crushed into dirty dust in this tier. Okay, so let's go ahead and unlock this. Even though we haven't got the machine yet, because we're going to have to unlock the pulverizer. I'm not going to unlock the tier 3 for clumps yet, because we're not there yet. Oh, but again, all of this is getting into electricity. Ooh, metal press. Yeah, that's going to be pretty good too. So we've already unlocked this. Alloy furnace we have made, but we can't unlock it yet. Or is this the fancy one? Yeah, I think that's the electric one. And we do want to do that, the metal press. What's it gonna be? Mine carts? Better conveyor belts. I think it's better conveyor belts. I think this is what we're gonna do. Great. Okay, so let's learn about our logistical automation. Ooh. Okay. That's neat. Stone conveyors. Cheap, slow way to move things around. Oh, we're not getting recipes in here. That's weird. Normal conveyors. Again, we're not seeing any of the recipes. I'm not sure why the recipes aren't loading. That's weird. Vertical conveyors, escalators. Good, so we have a lot of different ways to move things around here with these conveyors. So let's see what we have now. Conveyor. Ooh, logistical automation. So we have basic conveyors, which we make with the ones we've already got here. Fast conveyors, which we make with 4 of those to make 8. Okay, that's a pretty good deal. And express conveyors, you need a heavy engineering block. And diamonds. And that makes 8. Okay, so we get more each time, even though they're more expensive. That's awfully nice. All right, and we've already got a few more of our logistics research done. So let's go ahead and submit these so we can get the advanced conveyor logistics here. Can't do item conduits yet. Yeah, advanced minecarts would be nice for moving stuff around, but I'm happy to conveyor belt things all over the place. As you all have probably seen in my Satisfactory games, I can totally live with that. External heaters would be nice, but we have no sources of power yet. Transfer, where can we get power? What's some easy early game power here? Okay, I made myself a nice cup of tea, had a little bit of coffee cake from the bakery down the street, and now finally my research points are done. So, back to unlocking power generation. I really need to make better lists of these things so I can keep track. Now, water wheels, we need another 32 for that. And we're going to need a capacitor for that. All of this is just getting out of hand really, really quickly. Now, let's see where we are at with regard to being able to build the automated workbench. Let's see here. That's a really cheap recipe. Can we go ahead and make that? Let's do that. So we need a bunch of steel gears. An extra is fine. And a couple of crafting tables, which we have plenty of wood laying around still. So go ahead and do that. And I think we'll just do, yeah, let's just do one for now. I know we're going to make another one here shortly, I'm sure. Okay, help. Yes, help me. Help, help, help. Okay, well, help isn't doing anything, so let's see how this works. That should be no problem. If we do that and we do these, yeah, see, easy. So we can just make a bunch of conveyor belts. Yeah, there it goes. Wonderful. Now, while that's doing that, you know what the other thing we should do? We should go ahead and make another one of these, right? We're going to use them. They're slow, they're cheap. We should definitely be using them. And then for this one, what we can probably start doing is maybe we use these conveyor belts to make the next tier of conveyor belts. So the use of these, item router, splitting conveyor belts. Where is that thing? The next tier of conveyor belts that we were looking at. There we go, conveyors, right? So let's go ahead and set up that recipe. There we go. Conveyor belt to that, right? And then we can put these in here and we can put this in here. Yeah, that should totally work. And then we just need to lay down enough conveyor belts to move them out of this and into the next one. Oh, you know what I should do? Oh, I've got a great idea. We should just move these further apart and then I don't have to go out one side and in the other. That would be way easier. So let me use my piggyback, put it down here. And then we're going to use our conveyor. You know what? I've got an extra one here of the regular one. So let's just do this. Is that gonna? No, it did not work for some reason. Okay. What about the upgraded ones? Can we use the upgraded ones? I put this here. Maybe. Maybe those are not far apart enough. Maybe it needs another slot between them. Let's try one more thing. Let's do this. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be exporting. I don't know how to get it to export. Okay, it looks like we need a hopper for this to get items out of it. At least that's what the old wiki says. So let me try this real fast. If we do, let's say a hopper here, we can use the hopper shortcut recipe. Yes, we can. And then if we pick this up, let's do here. I just want to put it here for now. We're going to do a hopper onto that, right? What? Oh, yeah, it doesn't want to do that, does it? Really want the hopper to go facing this, right? And none of that is the way that I want it. So I want it this way. Go this way. No. 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 What if I do this? And then I do this? Yeah, that works. Okay. Okay, now we're making progress here. So our conveyor belts are going to pop out of there and they're going to pop into here. Oh, but you know what? We don't actually want to do that. You know why we don't want to do that? Is because we need basic conveyor belts as well as the fancy conveyor belts. The basic conveyor belts we really need for our upgrades or research upgrades. So yeah, we can't actually do that. So what we can do instead is pull off a basic drawer. Very slowly, should have used an axe. Too slowly. Like so. We'll just go ahead and put this down here. And then we're going to make our hopper insert into it like so. Put our auto crafting table on top. Like so. And then we need to remind it of the recipe that we had just given it. Like that. Great. And then we should be getting all of these lovely, lovely conveyor belts into the space below. So that'll work fine. Now we still need to make all of our iron plates by hand. And at least until we can unlock the next stage of power, that's just what we're going to have to do. So let's go ahead and grab up a bunch more of our iron and make a bunch more iron plates, like so. And I'm going to get a bunch more iron cooking because apparently we just need so much of it. We just need just all of the iron in the world basically at this point. And there we go. That should be just enough. Perfect. 64 there, one more of these, and now we can make a whole bunch more research. Again, are we on coal? I think we're okay for this. Okay, at long last, we finally have 32 logistics made so that we can unlock our water wheels. Oh, we got a reservoir. Stores and transfer fluids. Okay, that's super useful. So now we are getting some of our power unlocked. That also means here that I think these should be unlocked. Oh, but we need to actually make the generator. So now that we have a generator, we need to create a generator. So generator. Integrated dynamics is in this pack. That's wonderful. All right, got our copper. So we're going to make a generator. Wonderful. And we also have the LV wire and connectors so we can transfer our power around. Now, one thing I do want to do right off the bat here is, do we not have that? Can we not do the recipe? Oh, I really wanted to insulate these. That's what I am desperate to do because I tend to burn myself all of the time on these and it doesn't look like it's going to let us do it with wool. Maybe we need to start growing some hemp. I think we might have to start a farm here immediately just to be able to make sure that we have everything we need. And industrial hemp is going to be key to a lot of the stuff that we're going to be doing later. So let's just make ourselves a little hoe. And let's go down by the water and plonk these down. So 4 spots down and start growing our hemp. And then we're going to grow in this direction probably a lot more of it. So our hemp that we're growing, we're going to use for the windmill sails once we get all of that put together. But we don't need to do that just yet. What we do need to do is find a dynamo. There we go. And for that, we need a copper coil block. Great. So let's build one of these. And now, do we have the water wheel finally? Yes, we do. So we need some treated sticks. You know what? We're running out of treated planks too. Let's go ahead and make a bunch more. Where is our treated sticks? There we go. How many do we need for each? 4 for each. So that should be enough. We need 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we use those around a steel ingot, and that makes a water wheel. Now, I think we have enough leftover ingredients that maybe we make a few more of these, because you can put a bunch of water wheels in a row. I think, is 3 the limit? I can't remember. So let's see here. Let's do, that's going to make 1 more, and this is going to make the last one. There we go. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. Actually, we made too many sticks, but that's fine because I know we're going to make more water wheels. And then we use that to make 2 more water wheels. Great. And we just stick that on the kinetic dynamo and it'll immediately start generating power if we have water running around it. So the thing with water wheels is you want water to be flowing down as many sides as possible here. So if I put this here, our water needs to flow around our water wheel across the top, down one side, and then down the back. Now, from here, that means it'll then be deposited here and then hopefully flow back this way. But that's going to look a little weird. So either you go for aesthetics that make more sense, or you go for maximum power. You don't really get to have it both ways with the water wheels. And that is unfortunate. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put these 3 here, just like so. And you can see they're really big. They're pretty massive. So we need to get the water flowing, falling off, across this and back down this way, I think. And then we can figure out a way to run it back down to the main river. Now, to make sure that things don't leak out the side, we do need to fill this in like so. We want to make sure that we are very much controlling where the water flows. This is important. And it's going to come down on this side. So let's go ahead and make sure that this is closed in as well. Like so. And when it comes down here, we also are going to want to control it so that it gets closed in on this end. So to do that, the water's going to flow here, so we need to come out one more block and close it in on this side. Now, I don't think we need to close it in all the way. I think it'll actually look better if we don't. But we do need to make sure that when the water hits this block, that it's funneled back underneath. So we just bring this out a little bit. And one more maybe, like so. And then down from there. Perfect. We need to give 3 blocks of space. And that should, in theory, maximize the amount of water going the place that we want it to. And we're just going to do a dry run on this thing real quick. Let's go ahead and put some planks in place here. Like so. And this is going to be the place that the water starts flowing. And ideally, it's going to push it this way over this edge, rather than like spilling out behind it, which is not what we want. So we're hoping for the best, but planning for the worst. Okay, so there, that seems to be going the right way. And there, do I need to remove these because they get, I think I remember that sometimes this gets stuck if the water is placed in the wrong place. Yeah, there we go. And we place it against this wall, like so. And that's generating 0 RF. But it is flowing on the bottom, which is what we want. So down this side and back in. Perfect. There we go. So immediately we're getting power. That's great. Now we just need to connect the power back up to something. So we are going to run it all the way back up this way. And to do that, we need to take our cables, and also we need the connectors for it. So let's see if we have those unlocked already. So immersive LV. There we go, the wire relay, that's what they're called. So we need copper and stone. Oh great, we don't even need terracotta. That's even better. Okay, so grab up the last of our copper here. And let's go ahead and make, yeah, a couple of these. Although, you know, honestly, I don't mind terracotta in this recipe at all. I don't think it's that bad of a thing. Oh, can we make this? Oh, nope. Like I said, we need hemp. How's my hemp coming? Not even close. All right, well, we are just going to risk electrocution a little bit. Now, last thing here, can I make the wooden posts yet? Need chisel stone, needs treated wood fence. Do I have enough to make a treated wood fence? Let's see here. Yeah, I do. Maybe one more? No, just the one. Perfect. One set of bricks and one wooden post. Good. Okay, now our plan is coming together. So our water wheel is down there. And generally speaking with immersive engineering, because the way that these various cables work, you need line of sight to connect things up. So I'm going to see if it'll let me put it here. And if I can put a wire relay on top of that, potentially. There we go. And I'm hoping this isn't too far to stretch. I don't think it'll be too far to stretch. So we're linking from there all the way back over to our water wheel. Here. Nope, you are too far away. That's what I was afraid of. Okay, there we go. That seems to work a little better. We're just not going quite as far with it here. And we just have one in the middle. So that should work real well. And now we just need to run that up to our actual factory space. Again, line of sight is key here. So this is right on this block, which is kind of problematic because that's where we put our little hut. You know, we're not really using our hut, so maybe we pick our hut back up. I think it's a cute idea, but we don't need it. So I think if I just right click it, yeah, there we go. It disappears. Wonderful. Back into the capsule with you. Now, let's see here. Our power setup, I think maybe makes sense to go somewhere over here-ish. It can come one forward now that we don't have anything in the way. Maybe we put it on this end. And the reason why I say that is because if we put it on this end, we have a little bit more room to grow out this way. And I know that that's probably what we're going to want to do for the furnaces and whatnot, is to heat them off of power. So let's do this. We're going to put another connector on top, a relay they call them. And then we just connect those. Oof. See, I'm going to get electrocuted. Like I said, that's what always happens when I deal with immersive engineering and I don't insulate my cables. So we're going to replace those with insulated cables. Ugh. Yeah, see, I just keep walking into it as soon as humanly possible. Let's see, where are the wire cutters? Those are what I need to make. Yeah, we'll have those on hand so that we can pull this down very shortly. All right, so those are all connected up. Now we also have this generator. So we can connect the generator into this whole system as well without too much trouble. So let's come over here and put down our generator. I guess here should be fine. Oh, more hemp seeds. We're going to need those. And we're going to put another wire connector there, and we're going to wire that up. So this will start generating more for us as well. So while we've been on that adventure, we have started to unlock a few more things, and we got a bunch more research. We've unlocked the power transfer quest. We finished the connectors quest. We are going to need a charging station sooner rather than later. There's the insulated coils that have been teasing me, and electric smelting. Okay. So can we make an electric heater? Let's see here. Electric heater. All right, well, if not, that might be one of the things that we want to start unlocking here. So power. Windmills are going to be good. Ooh, solar panels. I think you all know how I feel about solar panels. Solar panels are the absolute best, but we really need a capacitor. I'm sorry, that's going to have to be the thing that we use because solar panels without a capacitor are just useless. So we need to start thinking about some of these other automation pieces though first. So like metal press, I think is the next thing that we're going to do. So they gave us 2 of the die presses that we're going to need already. We can make gears manually like I'm doing here with our auto workbench, but it's going to be slow and more importantly, it's going to be expensive. It only takes 2 gears, or excuse me, 2 ingots to make a copper gear under normal conditions using the metal press. So we do need to make an immersive engineering metal press to be able to do that. Now, can we do that? We need a redstone engineering block and a heavy engineering block. Those are going to be the biggest ones here. I think the rest of that's relatively easy. No, we do not have electrum yet. And we cannot make electrum blend yet. Oh, yes we can. But we need gold and we need silver. Tier 2 drilling. How do I make that? Oh. Well, maybe what we should do is make a bunch more steel and go ahead and unlock a steel drill head, which should allow us to get some of those tier 2 resources, right? How much steel do we have? We just need 4 blocks, like so. And if I take the head out of this, in theory, is this just the recipe? Steel drill head, okay. Steel drill head. And this gives us the things that we need to start finding now, right? So as you unlock the next tier, it lets you start searching for them. Okay, so back to our handy dandy radar. Like I mentioned, we need electrum, which means gold and silver. So it looks like there is gold pretty close to us, just slightly over to the west. What about silver? Looks like there's also silver just over to the west, and actually a lot right next to us. The next thing to do is to set up a couple of more miners. Now, I have not remembered how we actually make the miners. I don't think we ever made the miner blocks, did we? So, burner, drill, components. Oh, that isn't bad at all. Okay, so let's just make a couple of more of these redstone engineering blocks. So now let's go ahead and make these. I'm gonna do 2 drills that way, and then we need our drill head. And for that we need steel and an iron gear and a bunch more iron. Okay, so we go ahead and set up our blocks here, and it instantly turns back into the drill. That's just so cool. I love multi-block machines. Load it full of coal, and then we just need to tell it where to output, which is going to be right here. And we put down a chest, and that should just start spitting stuff out. Nickel and gold, great. Okay, so we're going to start with hooking up our metal press in here. And maybe we make another one of these just for gears sometime in the near future. Not this minute, but I do think that not having to swap these out manually every time would be very, very efficient for us. Now, to completely automate this, we have to do 2 things, if I remember correctly. I think we need a chest. And I think that we also need to have a dropper so that we can have items in here. A funnel might work. A hopper might work, sorry. I think maybe that'll work. But we at least need to catch the output here. Whoops, that's not where it goes. We know better than that. Come on. There we go. So the input will go right in there. So we can make all of our pressed iron real easy. Okay, there's our 16 logistics researches complete. That means it is time finally to unlock our external heater. There we go. And, you know, we're going to get the redstone furnace real quick after this, but whatever. So, what do we need to make our heater? Well, looks like a bunch of stuff that we already have. So, let's go ahead and build that. That copper coil, we had an extra one left over. And now, I guess the only question here is, does it have to go underneath it? Can it go adjacent to it? Let's see here. Put the power point on the side opposite you. Place this next to a furnace. So it doesn't look like it cares how far away it is. That's great. So let's piggyback this. Can I piggyback that? No. Can't piggyback these. Okay. No big. Let's smoosh that. Grab our wood block. We're going to put our external heater somewhere line of sight again, like that. And then let's put the other furnace right next to it. And I think the side that we want to power is going to be the top. So I think if we whack it with the hammer, it'll do it on the top. No, apparently not. How about up here? Ooh, falling off, falling off. No, it doesn't look. Oh, there. Somehow, if I just click enough times, it'll magically start working. That's what I like to see. And let's just go get the last couple of cables here to connect this up. And hopefully we have line of sight here. Oh, you know what we're gonna have to do? This is, it's not gonna work the way I want it to. We need to extend this cable system. I think for now we're fine. But, oof, I think very quickly we are going to run out. Also, this is low hanging and I'm gonna keep running into it. Okay, so if I pull out the coal, both of these should, I say should be powered? Yeah, because see, all of these sides look like they are heated. Okay, and it's getting power. So let's put that there. So if I come over here and grab a stack of iron, yeah, look. Cooks real quick, heats up real quick. That's perfect. That's gonna do the trick. And now that just means we don't even need to have anything else here. We can literally just start inserting items into this and let it go. Okay, and so here we have our basic automation. I've added another pole behind it here so that we can attach yet another wire relay. And now we should be able to put items into this on 4 sides. I might have to tweak this a little bit because that angle might be a little too tight, but at least 2 of these sides are working right now with a furnace only being powered by this external heater. Now, I just have hoppers on top, I don't have chests, but these will hold 5 stacks, and that's a whole lot, quite frankly. So that's melting things down in the furnace and turning it into ingots. That's popping out the bottom hoppers here and into our chests. But I can't figure out how to pull things out of inventories with conveyors yet. That's the thing I'm going to figure out before the next episode, when we're going to do automation of all of our resources across the map and bringing everything into our base. But in the meantime, I can just throw ingots onto this, and voila, metal press does its job. So now we have automation for metal plate production here. We have automation for our, what is this? The conveyor belts here, which those are the 2 main ingredients for our research. So we can route all of that down there. Now I am also making the copper gears here, which is the primary component in our conveyor belt here. And I think that's a pretty good stopping point for this episode. We've got a lot done, we've got a lot of machines here, and now we're all ready to go to start connecting these with conveyor belts and whatnot, which will be the goal of next episode. But for now, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you back here next time. Bye, friends!